Hello, so this is Aircar, which is a free Steam experience which you can pick up and try out in any VR headset, but of course at the moment I'm trying it out in the Pimax Crystal, and there's a reason I'm doing this, because I saw on Reddit actually someone posted this to say that it looked absolutely stunning in the Pimax Crystal, and they're not wrong. So this is one that I played a long time ago, but I haven't really gone back to it for a long time, and I sort of really enjoyed it when I played it back in my original Vive or CV1. I can't remember which one I actually used then. But before I get into that, I just want to say that this is absolutely stunning in the Pimax Crystal, and it's stunning for a reason in terms of clarity. Just the best visuals I think I've seen in any VR so far. I mean, we're running at 90 frames per second. It does occasionally dip below that, but I'm running at 100% in Steam VR. In-game is also at 1.0 resolution scaling. I've maxed out every single graphical setting. Let me just quickly show you that as well in the menu. So we've got everything absolutely maxed out here, and it looks absolutely incredible. Anybody should try this on whatever VR headset you've got, honestly. I forgot just how good this little experience is, and this is it really. I mean, all you do is you fly around this futuristic city. Let me get rid of FPS VR now actually, just so we can enjoy it a little bit more. I just wanted to show some statistics while I play it, but you can see it's running at a pretty much locked 90. I believe it does drop now and again, but running at this huge resolution on an RTX 3080, it's doing really well. I wish everything ran this well, honestly. But let me get rid of FPS VR and I'll get into it a little bit more. Okay, so we're back in it again. So still on exactly the same settings there, but this is just such a great experience for free. And I know I'm probably just repeating myself saying how good everything is with this, but it's difficult because honestly I do believe that these are some of the best visuals that I've seen in the Pimax Crystal so far, and that pretty much means that these are the best visuals I've seen in VR. I'm just trying to think, is there anything else that I can think of that has looked this clear? The colours are really vibrant as well. I've not really mentioned the black levels and stuff like that on the Pimax Crystal before, but it does have local dimming, and although that means you won't quite get to the black levels of an OLED, the display is probably the next best thing. Look at that. This is unbelievable. Honestly, this is just absolutely one of the best little VR experiences I've ever played. And when I'm playing this, I'm basically just thinking of how good a full game will be in this city, like a futuristic GTA or something like that. Imagine something like that based in this city. Probably not going to happen for a very long time, if it ever happens at all. Maybe that's what lo-fi is. Maybe that's what Blair is promising us with lo-fi. That would be pretty special if he was, but I doubt it's going to be quite to that scope. But this is incredible. If lo-fi, when you're in the car, looks anything like this, it's going to be a fantastic game. And I think there's been stuff added since I even played it, which was back at launch, which I should have probably researched. It was probably in 2016, 2017. And honestly, there's not a lot to it. You're literally just flying around a city. But if you're into sci-fi like this, then this is a no-brainer. And running at this level of resolution in the Pimax Crystal, these colours look absolutely stunning. I know that I try not to do these videos where I'm just looking at a game in a VR headset which you're having to watch on a screen and just saying how stunning everything looks, but this one, you've got it. I mean, if you've got any VR headset anyway, first of all, I recommend this experience if you've not already played it. I'm sure most people have because it's quite popular. It crops up now and again, but especially if you've got a Pimax Crystal, give this one a try. If you've got a 4000 series GPU, a 4090 or something like that, You know, I mean, like I say, 3080, it's running at 90, really. I mean, you don't really even need a 4090. This is incredible. And it's one of the most immersive little experiences I've played, because it sounds weird. It's like, I mean, people have mentioned this before, but just the rain, seeing the rain on the windows and stuff like that, as you're flying around, there's something really special about this experience, but it really holds up. I can't believe I've not been in this for so long, actually, because it's a nice little relaxing but it's also the music. It's got some pretty nice relaxing music, and some of the details on the building is really nice. I think when you get up close to some of the stuff, it might sort of show places where they've cut corners and things like that, but that's not what the experience is about at all. You've got to give this a try. I'm not sure if, I mean, based on just resolution scaling and stuff like that alone, I've not seen anything in VR that looks this sharp. And as I've mentioned, this has to be the best visuals I've seen in VR. And I'm taking everything into account there, I mean, imagine if Microsoft Flight Simulator looked like this. It would be good if one day we could get Microsoft Flight Simulator running at this resolution at 90 FPS. I don't even think 4090 can do that. And I'm not even sure if 5090 will be able to do that. You have to make compromises even on a 4090 Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I'm going to make a video on Microsoft Flight Simulator actually as well, but Steve, VR Flight Sim guy, he's already done that quite extensively on the Pimax Crystal, so I'll probably be following some of his advice. I did try it briefly using Pimax XR, an OpenXR toolkit, just so you've got the native implementation. You don't need to go through Steam VR to play Microsoft Flight Simulator, and I was struggling a little bit to get the performance and picture quality quite right on my 3080. I could get it running smoothly, but then you have to, sacrifice image quality and stuff like that on the Pimax Crystal. And I don't know if you saw there on the footage that I'm showing, battery low. So I've not changed this battery for a few days, but that is an annoyance. There's no doubt about it. And I should have put it on charge. Maybe it's my own fault, but with a tethered PC VR headset, you'd feel like you shouldn't have to do that, but with this one you do. I've got a spare battery, of course, so I can do like a direct swap. It's not a big deal, but it is still an annoyance that is worth mentioning. I could honestly just fly around the city for hours, I think. I can't remember seeing anything that looks this good in VR, in terms of clarity, sharpness, and like individually the actual graphics on some of the models themselves are not outstanding or anything, but it's like everything seems to be like viewed from a distance, and at that point everything just looks stunning. And with this level of resolution, even things at a distance, there's no aliasing. I can't see, maybe a slight bit if I really, really look. Can I even see any pixels? I don't know if I can or not. I don't think I can, but it looks great anyway. Sorry, I'm not usually this enthusiastic in my videos, but this one seems to have just got me that way, so maybe I should be more enthusiastic. But this is a good one, definitely worth checking out, especially if you're getting a Pimax Crystal and you're looking forward to getting your order. This should be one of the first things you go into. It's nice, little download, very easy to get into. You have to play with I should mention there is one issue on the Pimax Crystal that I'm having. I don't know if this is on all VR headsets at the moment or not, but you have to play with the gamepad. The motion controllers should work with this, just acting as a gamepad. You don't really use them in any other capacity, but for some reason I can accelerate. I can use the triggers to accelerate and go backwards, but I can't actually use the yaw or anything like that on the sticks. It doesn't seem to work. It might be something I'm doing, so I don't want to speak too much about that. But if you've got a gamepad handy, then you'll be fine anyway. I'll leave it there, because the thing is, I'm basically just rambling about an old free Steam demo, and I just highly recommend it anyway. But I'll leave it there for this one, and we'll be recording the RECENTERED podcast on Saturday, so that will go up. We'll have some more to say about the Pimax Crystal. I'm hoping to get Rog and Lee round so they can try it as well before we record that show, so there'll be more impressions from them. I hope they like it too. It's really growing on me, and I absolutely think it's one of the best visual experiences I've seen, not without problems, and I don't want to just ignore the problems, because I think they're important for some people. But visually this is stunning. And of course I need to get more into motion control. I keep saying that every video. I keep saying I need to use the motion controllers more, and I will do, because people do seem to be having some issues with them. When I played No Man's Sky, I honestly didn't find too many issues at all, so I've not got a lot to say about that side of things. But I will do. I'll test it far more and get back to you on that. But yeah, RECENTERED podcast this Saturday as usual, and then I'll probably follow up with some more Pimax Crystal videos next week, and that will be it. But thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.